Hello everyone, and welcome to Bridge is for Everyone. My name's Jad. This is the second lesson of the Learn to Play Bridge with Acol Bidding course. In this lesson, I'll answer the fundamental question: what is bridge? This episode is essential for those who have not played bridge recently. If you're a regular bridge player, this video will ensure that we have a common understanding. Bridge is usually played on a square table. It's played by 4 players. The players are divided into 2 teams, known as pairs. Each player sits at a different side of the table, opposite their partner. One side of the table will be designated as north. For us, this will always be at the top of the screen. The other sides of the table are obviously south, east, and west. A regular pack of 52 cards is used to play bridge. Jokers are not used in bridge. This means that there are 4 suits: spades, hearts, diamonds, and clubs. And there are 13 cards in each of these suits. The highest card in each suit is the ace, followed by the king, the queen, and the jack in that order. Then the number cards from 10 down. The lowest card is the 2. So the players are seated, and with a good shuffle of the cards, you're ready to play. Let's jump straight in, and I'll help you play your first game of bridge. You'll be sitting south, but don't worry, I'll sit beside you to help. Later in this series, we'll look at the reasons and methods used in every part of bridge. But for now, let's just focus on the mechanics of playing. It's your turn to deal. You pick up the deck of cards and, starting with the player on your left, deal 1 card at a time, face down, to each player in a clockwise direction. Keep going until you've dealt the entire pack. This means that each player will have 13 cards. Players now pick up their cards and look at them while keeping them hidden from the other players. Let's zoom in and look at your cards. It's easier to understand your hand of cards if you sort them into suits. Arrange each suit from highest card to lowest card, and then alternate the suit colours. The order of the suits in your hand doesn't matter. I'll separate the suits here to make them more obvious to you, but you shouldn't do this when you're playing. Now you need to count your cards to make sure you can see 13 cards. It's too easy for one to get hidden behind others. You're now ready to play. Because you dealt, you get to go first in the first phase of playing a bridge hand, the bidding. You have a good hand, so you will start with a bid of 1 heart. Later in this series you'll learn why, but for now you just make the bid. There are many different ways to bid, but we will bid by placing a bidding card on the table. The opponent on your left bids next. With a weak hand, the opponent passes. Your partner is next to bid. In response to your opening bid, your partner bids 3 hearts. Your right-hand opponent bids next and calls pass. Now it's your turn to bid again. As you will learn later in this series, you know that you and your partner have the cards necessary to go a little further. You bid 4 hearts. If you are successful, this will result in a very good score. West passes, partner passes, and east passes. That's 3 passes in a row, which ends the bidding. You do not get to bid again. Your final bid of 4 hearts becomes the contract. Because you bid hearts before your partner, it's your contract. In bridge, we say that the contract is 4 hearts by south. As you will soon see, this means that you will be playing both your hand and your partner's hand. Because it is your contract, the opponent on your left plays the first card. West plays the king of spades. To enable you to play your partner's hand, it is placed on the table face up for all to see. Your partner is known as dummy and must not speak or help you in any way. Because the contract is in hearts, dummy's hearts must be placed on the left as you see the cards. Once again, the cards are in alternate colours to prevent any confusion. Because the opponent played a spade, all other players must also play a spade if they have one. It's dummy's turn to play, but you are controlling dummy's cards. You choose to play the 5 of spades and tell your partner to play it. Silently, they move the 5 of spades towards the centre of the table. Your right-hand opponent, East, chooses to play the 2 of spades. It's your turn to play. Once you do so, each player will have played 1 card. This is called a trick. Because everyone will play a spade, the trick will be won by the player who plays the highest spade. You decide to win the trick by playing the ace of spades. The cards that were played to the first trick are collected and placed to record that your partnership won it. There are a few ways to do this, but you will place the cards face down on your right with its length in the direction of the pair that won the trick. Because the trick was won with a card from your hand, you get to play the first card to the next trick. This is called leading. From the bidding, you know that the contract was 4 hearts. This means that you need to win 10 tricks to make your contract. The number of tricks needed is always 6 more than your contract bid. It also means that hearts is the trump suit. A trick is won by the highest trump played, or, if no trumps are played, by the highest card of the suit led. So for this contract, the 2 of hearts would beat the king of spades if they were played to the same trick. This means that it's important to eliminate the opponent's trumps. For this reason, you decide to lead the 2 of hearts. West plays the 5 of hearts. You tell dummy to play the jack of hearts, knowing that it will win, and East plays the 6 of hearts. Dummy wins the trick for your pair. You collect the cards played to the trick and add it to the trick record. Dummy's card won that trick, so you must lead one of Dummy's cards to start the next trick. You still need to eliminate your opponent's trumps, so you lead the Queen of Hearts. East plays the 7 of Hearts. You know the Queen will win, so you play the 4 of Hearts. And West can do nothing to win the trick, so they play the 8 of Hearts. That's now 3 tricks to your side. With 8 hearts already played, 3 more in your hand and 1 more in dummy, that accounts for 12 of the 13 hearts. You call on dummy to play the 3 of hearts. East plays the 9 of hearts. You play the 10 of hearts, which is guaranteed to win the trick. West has no heart and may play any card. West plays the 4 of spades. That's 4 tricks to your side. Now that you have eliminated your opponent's trumps, you can try to win tricks in the other suits. You have some good clubs, but you're missing the ace. You decide to try to get it out of the way by leading the 4 of clubs. West plays the 5 of clubs. You play the Jack of clubs from dummy, and, as you hoped, East plays the Ace of clubs to win the trick. This trick is placed across the table to record a win for your opponents. East leads the 3 of spades to the next trick. You only have 1 spade left and play it to the trick. West plays the Queen of spades, which is a guaranteed winner. You call on dummy to play its last spade. That's another trick for the opposition. Your opponents cannot see your cards, so West leads the 8 of spades, hoping to win another trick. Dummy has no spades and no trumps, so it cannot possibly win the trick. You play a worthless 3 of diamonds from dummy. East plays the 9 of spades. You have no spades, and so may play any card you wish. You play the King of hearts to win the trick with a trump. That's 5 of the 10 tricks you need. You lead the King of clubs from your hand. West plays the 3 of clubs. You play the 2 of clubs from dummy, and East plays the 7 of clubs. You have 6 tricks so far. You lead the 6 of clubs to dummy's top clubs. West plays the 8 of clubs. You play the Queen of clubs from dummy, and East, who has no more clubs, plays the 2 of diamonds. That's 7 tricks of the 10 you need. Dummy's 10 of clubs is a winner, and you lead it. East plays the 6 of diamonds. You discard the 5 of diamonds, and West plays the last club, the 9. That's 8 tricks. You lead dummy's Ace of diamonds. East plays the 9 of diamonds. You play the 7 of diamonds, and West plays the Jack of diamonds. That's 9 tricks. You only need 1 more, and you have the Ace of trumps, a certain trick. Try not to smile too much. You won that trick in dummy, which has only diamonds left. You choose to lead the 4. East plays a worthless 7 of spades. You're required to follow suit, so you play the 8 of diamonds from your own hand. West plays the Queen of diamonds and wins the trick. That's 1 more for the opposition, but it won't be enough. West leads the King of diamonds, knowing it will lose. You play dummy's last card, the 10 of diamonds. East plays the 10 of spades, and you play the Ace of hearts to win the final trick with a trump. You add that trick to the trick record and check to make sure that you have the 10 tricks you need for your contract. You do, you win the hand and score well. If that was the first time you've seen a hand of bridge played, congratulations. In upcoming lessons, you'll see why you bid and played the cards the way you did. And of course, you'll see what to do with any other cards you are dealt. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time, this is Jad reminding you that bridge is for everyone.